Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at ktalnews.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marsas. This is your Thursday morning forecast update. We'll be chatting here about the potential for severe weather increasing later tonight and throughout the day Friday. We've had a few storms ongoing this morning in the Arklatex, especially near and north of I-30, as we do have a warm front that's beginning to move across the region. But the storms today not likely to be severe, but we could see some gusty winds and maybe some small hail with a few of the storms out there, but nothing that is expected to trigger any kind of severe thunderstorm warnings to start out the day here. Now, we do have some isolated strong storms that are beginning to make their way through northeast Texas here, so these will kind of sweep across McCurtain County as well as Arkansas just before sunrise this morning, and it's generally these areas here that will have the potential to see rain and isolated thunderstorms throughout the day. Your temperatures here low to mid 60s to start out, and we should wind up in the 70s. Will be more clouds today, which will likely hold most of us just below 80 degrees, but it will be warm, fairly humid day, and you can see that area of low pressure. That's what's going to move overhead tomorrow and start to introduce some of the wind shear, some of the ingredients to see some strong to severe storms. But later tonight, we can't rule out maybe a few storms bringing large hail, so that's why we're in the marginal risk outlook, which is, again, the low-end potential to see severe weather, especially towards the I-30 corridor today and tonight. And then tomorrow, after sunrise, the ingredients will start to line up to maybe see some wind, hail, and potentially a few tornadoes as well. But it's possible the tornado window may not come together, but we'll go ahead and time out the storms for you. Your Robins to Futurecast kind of hitting on where the rain is this morning, and it does show a decent break from the rain for most of the day here, but by late afternoon should begin to see the showers and storms increase for most of us. And these will be the storms late tonight that initially could bring a bit of a hail threat, and then tomorrow morning just after daybreak here we'll expect the threat of severe weather to increase, and it mainly looks like these morning storms would be capable of wind and hail, and what we're watching is maybe a second line that pops up here in the afternoon. And if that line of storms were able to get going, let's say early afternoon hours, that would be the one I think would have more potential to maybe bring a tornado threat to us. But Futurecast really doesn't develop much, but again, that could change with the forecast model runs, so just make sure you keep up with the weather here for the next 24 hours. But again, especially Friday morning into early Friday afternoon, that's when we'll have the highest threat for severe weather over the next 2 days. Looking at the rainfall projections here, given that we could see maybe multiple rounds of storms, could be some areas that pick up maybe close to 2 inches of rain if you see a few strong storms there, but I would say generally about half an inch to an inch of rain, and then there will be areas that pick up 1 to 2 inches of rain just depending on where the thunderstorms develop there. But the overall flood threat will be fairly low for us. We do dry out Friday night. Weekend will be cooler and in the 60s, but some great weather to build in next week as we'll be dry at least Monday through Wednesday with highs in the 70s for much of next week.